already upon us. For the Richmond City Schools, the two-a-days have begun. No more poolside views, no more summer siesta, no more complexes.
Basically, be showing them our system, where they're supposed to be, why, and then we'll do a lot of running.
You have to think, fellas, you got to think. You got to think, because anytime you jump on side, you start the team 5 yards.
At George Wythe, the Bulldogs are quite young and inexperienced, and for now barely go too deep. So the emphasis here is on technique and concentration. That still might not be enough for the Dominion District, especially with state runner-up Monacan as a league member.
It's too early to tell, see, because only one real ball player out from last year's team so far. So even though we divided down, we lost most of them to Huguenot and to TJ.
The players at Thomas Jefferson are big, but still, Coach Frank Johnson says the numbers may hurt somewhat. No longer under the JHW name. It's like having a brand new program.
See, there comes some coming now. They're just coming, and they're finding out that we are going to have a football program here, and we hope it's going to be a viable program, and we hope it suits and fits the needs of our kids.
By far the most advanced team is at John Marshall, who fielded as many as 85 today. The Central District members look sharp, as if they've been running plays for weeks. But don't tell Lou Anderson that.
Get Alexander out of here, Coach. If he ain't going to run back and forth, we want somebody else going to do it.
I think we are organized and we're optimistic.
There might not be a player standing when the clock runs out of time.
Well, there are some things that we hope would somewhat minimize the things that they want to do on defense. Hopefully, we'll be able to gain from it. And if that's the case, then we might be in pretty good shape.
They have some fine athletes, and they have a swarming defense. They swarm all over you. As a matter of fact, it's really hard to tell where they are, you know, each time you come up to the ball.
There is no clear favorite in this game. John Marshall has been very strong all year. Hermitage is a much better team than the one which was earlier shut out by Henrico. It may come down to how well Panther receiver Derek Finger is covered. If open, he can be a deep threat. The winner of this ball game next week faces the winner of the second Division I game, Midlothian at Henrico.
That will be a rematch of a 20-16 loss to the Warriors back in the 5th game of the season. Now, any loss is bad, and Midlothian could have won the ball game, but at the same time, it might have been a real confidence builder for the Trojans. They never lost another game.
The last go-around was the only thing that made a difference was who had the ball last.
I hope this weekend like that, but I wouldn't be surprised. In fact, Midlothian's got a fine football team, and they might be playing the best football team of any team in the area right now.
Midlothian has never gotten this far in the playoffs, and if Henrico plays not to lose like last week at Patrick Henry, there could be an upset. Vernon Glenn, TV8, Eyewitness Sports, Nightcast. Marshall. Anthony Gu wisely let the snap go through for a 2-0 Cavalier lead first quarter. And on John Marshall's first drive, Craig Williams led the march downfield with passes underneath the covers like this to Garrett Fitzgerald. It only took 5 plays, capped by an 8-yard touchdown run off tackle by David Smith. 8-0 John Marshall as the kick was blocked. Second quarter action. Again, Williams to a wide open Fitzgerald, and he raised 37 yards to the end zone untouched. Even the 2-point conversion worked tonight for the Cavs, who went to the locker room up 16-0. The Cavaliers played great defense, held the Panthers to 2 first downs in the first half, 5 for the game, and in the air, allowed deep threat receiver Derek Finger to catch only 3 passes. Jesse Chavez was intercepted twice. John Marshall advances to the Division I Central Region Championship game here next Friday night. Vernon Glenn, TV8, Iowa. Deep in Warrior territory led to 2 John Marshall scores. After Hayward Bennett recovered, running back David Smith ran 11 yards for the first score. The PAT failed, 6-0 Cavaliers. Then this, at the 6:36 mark, Kenny Rowland is hit, really hit, by the John Marshall defense, and Joey Jefferson scooped it in and raced 47 yards, and the Cavaliers had a 13-0 lead before Henrico could get going. Now in the second quarter, the score 13-3, 59 seconds left. Glenn Clayton to a sure-handed Carlos McNeil, wide open for 26 yards, and Henrico was back in it, down 13-10 at the half. Say goodnight after that. Third quarter action. John Marshall gets a 4-yard run by Kevin Williams, make it 20-10. And John Marshall got another turnover, an interception by Michael Rollins to the Henrico 9. And in the fourth, Greg Williams hit Garrett Fitzgerald. John Marshall wins 27-10 to take the Division I Central title. They'll play tonight's Norview Hampton winner here next Saturday at University of Richmond Stadium. Vernon Glen TV8, Eyewitness Sports Nightcast.
In the playoffs, I think, at this point anyway, since John F. Kennedy was in it several years ago, and I think it was about 72. So we were